create a new Google Ads account. So once you are on this page, you can see that there has like some interesting thing here that Google try to set you up to make your own ads because they know that their ads platform is a little confusing. However, it is not recommended to set up ads in this way based on our experience, because if you go through the Google's little thing that they want you to go through, we find that people always end up spending more money because Google, they want to make money when you run ads on their platform. So they are going to convince you to spend more money than you have to. So we are going to scroll down to find the switch to export mode. If you can see, there has a blue text here. And once we do that, we are going to see a variety of different options for like what types of ad we want to run and what we are really going for. So take us as an example. So we are a marketing agency and we would like direct people to visit our websites and leave their inquiries with us. So website traffic and leads. So you can see there has two objectives here are our main objectives that we should go for. Or maybe you are a furniture retailer, then maybe you want to go for sales, or you can go for like local store visits and promotions here. It just really depends on your marketing goal. And I would take website traffic as an example, because this goal applies to most industries. Like website traffic get our potential customers to our site. Maybe it's to a specific landing page or it's a conversion page. So yes, so I click the website traffic here. Then there has lots of campaign tabs here. Like you can see there has a search campaign tab, performance max, display, discovery, shopping, and video. So if you are going for brand awareness, you have like, yeah, I come back to here. If you choose the brand awareness and reach as your marketing goal, then you better to go to the display campaign tab or the video campaign tab. Or if your goal is to promote your app, like you run an app like the fitness, you want people to register as your membership, then you probably go for a app campaign tab. So now go back to click on our most basic objective as website traffic here. Then we have these campaign tabs could be select. And now we need to understand like these different campaign tabs because it's going to be significantly affect your campaign and the way that you are running ads. So the first one that we have is the Google search. The most important one, which you probably seen it before so many times. It's probably what you think of when you think of Google Ads. So also take ourselves as an example. Like we want to tap digital marketing agency in Google search bar in Chinese. Like I give you guys an example, like so the words I type here is the digital marketing agency, but it's in Chinese language as I just showcased like how it works. So when we put this keywords here, we can see there has a text ads on top of the website, and we can check that there has a URL here saying www.webzilla.co.nz. This is our website URL, and there has a little as icon here named as it could be known as the search as. So we can also see there has headlines here, descriptions here. All of them are related to the search keywords. So basically it displays as text with an icon, and it's come up when somebody searches in Google. Your ads will come up in one of the three or one of the 4 or there is 2. It really depends on the competition, the budget, the keywords bidding. The reason why we like search ads is because it's going to give you exactly what you want for people who are searching for something very specific. So when somebody is searching digital marketing agency, I know that I can come up in that specific spot versus display ads, which might pop up across the web. So that is Chinese word. If I change it to like exactly English language, so I just showcase some other examples here. So we can see there has 1, 2, 3, 4 search as here, pop up here, and us is on the 3rd position, and other advertisers, they are in front of us. It depends on the bidding, depends on budget, depends on the relevance of keywords. So I will explain it later. So that's the showcase for the Google search ads. And so I was talking about the display ads, so I probably showcase another example, like what the real display ads is. So if we like search for New Zealand hero, like let's start New Zealand Herald News, we select into this website, then they always have like a banner or a picture here. If you can see, there has an advertisement, and I close. I'm sorry, it didn't show up. I gave you guys another example to give it a more clearly example. Like,
yeah, take your time.
Yeah, I try to find another example here, like, yeah, like this one. There has an advertisement here, and it's shown as a banner or a picture. And this one is hosted by Google. So if I click the ads banner, I can see that I will jump into the Max website. So that one belongs to one of the display ads. And they also have other positions could be shown as display ads. As long as this website, they give the authorization to Google, then we can do this we can do this position, we can do this space to promote our ads, like here. Yeah, this is a great example. If I put my mouse here, we can see there has ads by Google. So this one is Google display ads. And then if I close it, we can see the ads by Google. And why this has shown to me, because the Google will target like different audience segments. So as our tags as different segments, then we can target these segments no matter what kind of blogs you are seeing, what kind of news you are seeing. As long as this website, they have the authorization for the Google, we can do that as for the business. So that's the logic for the display ads. And I will show you another ad step, which is the shopping ads. For example, let's say we want to go for the modular sofa, for example. Yeah. And we can see there has lots of product images here, and it also has a ads icon here. So this belongs to the shopping ads. And if we click to shopping tab, they also have lots of products here. They will come with the product title, the price, the brand name here. And if we click the picture, we will go directly to the specific product, and the customer can pay for the product directly based on this shopping ads. So this one is the shopping ads. And so if you are selling a physical product and you can have your products pop up here at the top where shopping ads. If you want to reach more people and increase brand awareness, you can choose the video ads. But I come to here. So I just explained the search ad, the display ads, the shopping ads. So here is the video ads. If we want to increase the brand awareness, we can choose that. And it will show on YouTube, which normally get a little bit expensive on conversion rate, but you can still do them, obviously, but there is more work involved with that. because you have to make a beautiful video. You can't just do some like content, search content. And then we have discovery as well. So here. So this will help you reach people who are ready to discovery and engage with your brand. For example, displayed automatically on Gmail promotions, YouTube Home as well. So some pretty cool integrations that we can use. So in today's workshop, I will probably focus more on the search ads because this one is the most important one and it always applicable to most industries. So I will focus on the search ads, and we can branch out into the other ad steps once you nail down the search. So I suggest that don't try to manage all of these different types of ads at the same time in the first week. Now I'm going to click on the search ads. Once we do that, we need to fill in our business website. So I fill in our website as an example, the Webzilla one, to showcase the real session. So I put our website URL here. Then you don't have to do this right now. We can so I mean for the website conversions, we don't have to do it right now. We can circle back to this. So let's go ahead. We click continue. So now we come to the most important part here. You can see that we are on the first step of the 4, the campaign settings. The campaign settings we have to set up, then we have to set up our ads group, then we have to create ads to find the right keywords we want to target. And last, we need to set up our billing information and decide like how much billing we want to spend on our campaigns. So our campaign name here, let's call it website traffic search 1. It's default by Google. So just name it as one you can easily identify your campaign. So I just leave it as it. And then for the networks, currently we only want to target specifically just search. Because so firstly, I will explain like what is the search network. There has a little explanation here. So for example, the Google Map belongs to one of the search network. So no matter like what kind of search bar here, it belongs to the Google platform. We can have our search ads in this kind of positions. And display network is things like if somebody is on some random website and I'm popping up on this on there as a text tab. So currently we only want to focus on the search network. So next let's talk about the targeting and the audience segments. So you will know that as you go more specific, as you whittle things down, you want to target one specific city or one area, it's generally going to cost you more money than it would to target just go broad. So you want to really take this into consideration, that can you go broad? Is that okay for you to go broad? If you can, you might end up paying lower per click or per conversion. So let us take an example. So we take us as an example. So we currently provide digital marketing services not only in New Zealand, but also in Australia and China. We probably can provide services in US, but we don't want it because if we want to, because like jet lag, it will be hard to deal with. And we might need to spend lots of time building trust between each other. That might not be worth. So here I'm going to target like New Zealand as an example. We can also check like how many people we can potentially reach in this session. Like we enter another location. For example, if I try New Zealand, we can see that we can potentially reach 4 million people in this area, so we can target it first. Then, as I mentioned before, we also do Australian market. So if we want to target, like, for example, Sydney, there has lots of options here, so we need to focus like here. This is only for the Australia and is based in New South Wales, the Sydney one. So we target it is 9 million people. Another 9 million people we can reach potentially. And there is another function here is we can actually exclude one specific area. Like for some reason, like say Wellington, we want to exclude it, like for example. So I try to tap it here. We can see there has a exclude here. So I select it. Then my targeting area will be, I will target New Zealand, I will target Sydney, but I will exclude Wellington in New Zealand. So that's the specific location I could set. So one thing you have to remember that the more specific you set, the price probably goes up. So let's continue to the languages here. So if we want to access to Chinese market, we need to set it as Chinese, like here. There has two options here. One is simplify, one is traditional. We always select two of them together. So it's just a basic different province. They use different types of Chinese. So another thing is we could probably also involve the English because it is also a language often spoken by the Chinese community. So I will like include English language as well. So that's all that's all settings for the languages. And there is an audience segments here, which we actually don't really need to worry about right now. So let's go ahead and look at budget. The budget and bidding. So you are not going to have the best converting ads on the day one. And it takes time. And what you have to do is you do split testing. And over time, you test different ads and see which one works better. So I suggest starting with a relatively small amount of money. For example, if you have a like $10,000 budget for running ads, then maybe start from a couple $100 in the first week. Like we put $50 per day for an example, and they will run to about like $1,500 per month. And we are assuming that we are going to get a few clients, and that will cover what we have paid on ads. So next we want to look at ads bidding. Here, like what you want to focus on. Do we want to get the most clicks as possible for our websites, or we can also go for other things? Let me show you some other options. Like we can go for conversions, conversion value, impressions, but let's stick with clicks for now. That's typically what most people are going to go for. You can also set a maximum cost per click bid limit, and you need to figure out how much you are willing to pay per new customer before you start running ads. So you don't want to set this too low because, like, for example, like $0.1, $0.2, that is too low because you might not end up getting any clicks. For us, we don't want to spend more than, say, like, for example, $10 per click, which is really high among all the industries. So to be honest, digital marketing industry almost have the highest cost per clicks compared with other industries. So this one is very high, probably won't even get to there, but it's just to make sure that we don't end up losing all of our money very quickly. And this is also why we recommend having a low budget for the first week. So for the most industries, it always like in the range between like $0.5 to $1.5. That's a normal range. but it really depends on industries. We need to make research on the industry keywords, and I will showcase how to do the keyword research. How can we get a price range based on the estimation? So next is the add extensions. For example, for the call extensions, we can add a phone number to our ads. This could be really good, especially if you have a local business that has other extensions. These are great to set, like call out, like set links. You can explore them later. These are very great extensions to be added on our ads. So that's the first step for setting up a campaign. So let's move on to next step, like how to set up our ads group. This is the step where we can find our keywords. So we decide what words do we want to target when people search on Google. It's like, do we want to show up only when people say like digital marketing agency in New Zealand, or do we want to show up when people say like I need help with digital marketing? So we can decide when we are popping up in Google search based on what people are searching for. So here we can see there has an ad group name. I put it as default, so we can actually set up multiple ads group, like ads group 1, ads group 2, ads group 3, but it always target like different topics. I will explain it later. Like what Google has done here, so they already put our like website URL here. So we need to figure out like what kind of keywords we want to target, and we need to tap in our keywords here. So there is a important thing here. So you can see there has 3 different options for how we tap in our words. So we have broad match. For example, if I do say digital marketing agency in New Zealand, so now if somebody searches anything related to this phrase, my ads might show up. Like they tap in marketing agency Auckland, and my ad might pop up. If we use quotation marks here, like there has a quotation here, it names as phrase match. So this one I can give you an example. Say the same thing, digital marketing agency in New Zealand, our ads might show up if they still use those words that within those quotations, but could with different ordering, such as New Zealand digital marketing agency. So my ads will still pop up if we use the quotation one. So last one is the exact match. So we can see there has a bracket here. So this is the way how we tap in our keywords. So somebody has to tap it exactly how it appears right here. So we probably start from exactly match for exactly targeting. Before talking about like how to find new keywords, let's go ahead and find a couple more terms that we can use here. So instead of marketing agency, maybe we want to like ad agency, sorry, ad agency. So this one belongs to the exactly match. So if I type in ad agency, my target word has to be ad agency. Like if people, they search for marketing agency or New Zealand marketing, my ads won't show up. So that's the logic. So I probably also involve like marketing agency in New Zealand. So that's 2 exactly match for the keywords. And we can also involve like free match, like marketing agency or, oh, sorry, quotations here. And we probably also can do like Google agency. Yep. And as long as you fill in more keywords, we can see there has a daily estimation here. There has a dashboard here. So when I type in words, we can see all the clicks per day, the clicks per day and the average cost per click. They change all the time. The more keywords we put in, the average cost per click probably lower, because we have more chances to target more potential customers, and we can lower our cost per conversion or cost per click, and we have more opportunity to get more clicks based on the more keywords. So we can have a estimation when they do these keywords. And yeah, these words don't have to be the best ones of all time, because we probably ran out of our ideas at what kind of keywords we need to put in. So it is totally okay if you just feel like some in now and change them later if you find better keywords that you can target. So we can create another new group here. If you can see another ads group jump up. For example, if you want to test the specific marketing services keywords like Google Ads agency, Google Ads marketing, like Facebook Ads marketing, then we are gonna stick we are gonna create another Google Ads group. So just keep in mind, like one ads group is better only focus on one topic. For example, if I do the ads group 1, it's better to just keep general keywords like ads agency, marketing agency, digital marketing agency in New Zealand. And if I want to test like other kind of keywords like Google Ads agency or Facebook Ads agency or Chinese social media agency, we better to put them into another ads group, because when people search for the specific services, they would like to see exactly what you are providing, not only the general terms like we are a marketing agency or we provide digital marketing, this kind of things. So we try to increase the ads relevance between the target keywords and the our ads group. So that's the logic of the ads group. And now we come to the, sorry, I just deleted. We keep one ads group here to make it simple. So now we are on the step 3, which is creating ads. I would suggest make at least 2 or 3 ads and then run some tests on them and see like which one's performance better and get better conversions. Well, Google has done some text here, headlines here, but it's better to delete them, because Google just crawl our website and select some basic informations here. So it's better to make our own. So I just probably delete them. And I could give some example here, like for example, like most efficient marketing agency. Just we can see there has a right notification here, which means your value is too long. We need to make a shorter one. Like we try another one, like top, for example. Yeah, for example, just make it shorter. And like we do a free consultation service. Yeah. And we need to fill out all 15 headlines. You can see that they have 15 options here. We need to fill in all of them and try to involve as many target keywords as possible. If you are also running out of your ideas of what words we can put in headline, you can certainly go and look for inspiration from other ads or from other companies. But please do not copy people, do not copy others. Make sure your ads could highlight all your own strengths and key selling points to make it uniqueness. So we can see there has a option here, like include popular keywords in your headlines. The more keywords we input, there will has a options here, like what kind of keywords we can also include in our headlines. So we always include the target keywords here and combine with our key selling points, then make the overall strengths to be like excellent or at least on average. So currently as poor, it's not okay to run as at this moment. We have to make it on average or on excellent, then we can run as. After that, we can see there has a descriptions here. We can fill in like 4 descriptions here, and it's same as above. We need to fill in all of them, and we need to include all the target keywords and all our key selling points here. So for example, we are a strategic digital marketing agency focused on driving growth, and we can put these sentences here. And we try to include another description and include other insights, like we provide free consultation, we provide free industry analysis report. So try to involve different assets, different perspective for our clients. And same, yeah, just like I say, same as headline, we try to include like our target keywords, like what we tried before: digital marketing agency, Google ads agency, Google ads agency in New Zealand, this kind of keywords. We try to input them into the description as well. And now we want to come to the last steps. If we click save and continue, we come to the billing side. So we need to confirm our payment information, and once we do that, our account is active. And let's click save and see how it will show at the end. Just submit. Yep, and there has a loading part here. Yep, there has a congrats, you're all done. Explore your campaign, and our campaign is settled actively. So here is our Google Ads platform. Is our we can view lots of things here. So firstly, I need to close it. Yeah, because it is combined with our real credit card. So I just close it, and we can go through quickly like what we have done before. So here is our campaign. I set it up before. We can view them. We can make more campaigns to do the split tab. There has a quick campaign here, and there has keywords here. The keywords I set up before. You can see there is a quotation, or is a blacklist, or we can do the broad match. There has a match tab here, and there is also another functions here, which is a negative keywords. For example, I don't want people see my ads when they search the worst marketing agency in New Zealand. So I can put these keywords here to block the search keywords. So that's another function we can take advantage of. There are lots of functions we can use and a lot of other settings to help us further target potential users. In total, what I would suggest doing is to create a couple of different ads, and they try which one is best. Like we can see there has the ads. I just create one. It's better to create at least 2 or at least 3 to test which ad is best performance. Last but not least, I will introduce the most important tool called the keyword planner. Let's go to the upper right corner and click on tools and settings here. It shows us basically how many people are searching for the specific term and how much it will cost on average for one click. So I click the keyword planner. This one, this tool is very cool for us to search for any keywords, to get any insights for the target keywords. So for example, if firstly we need to click discovery new keywords. For example, for our agency, we want to target New Zealand, and I want to check like what's the digital marketing agency perform in the New Zealand market. So I can put in digital marketing agency here, and I also want to see ad agency or Google Ads agency here. So I just tap in 3 keywords for an example and get results. Then we have a specific dashboard here. We can see these 3 keywords are what we try to figure out, and there has lots of columns here. So the first column is average monthly searches, which is how many people searches for the specific keywords per month on average. Based on the whole last year estimation in Google Keyword Planner. So we can say there has a range between 100 to 1,000 for the digital marketing agency and 10 to 100 for the ad agency. And they also have other ideas related to what you have input, like marketing agency, digital marketing company. We can select all useful keywords and put them into our existing campaign, even in the existing ads group. This is what we have created before, and we can choose we want them to broad match or free match or exact match. Then we add keywords. Then all the keywords will be inputted into our current campaign. So there has other features or say metrics here. Like what I said before, we need to check like what we want to build, what we want to bid for each keyword. So there has a range for each keyword. Like you can say if you want to bid the top of the page, there we have to pay for $5 per click. But if you want, if you want to pay the low range, it's from the $5. But if you want to pay the exactly top one position, during the whole industry, so we have to pay like $20 per click. So there has a range here. You need to decide like what exactly you want to pay for your new potential customer. Like for example, I can give $6 for digital marketing agency and can give like $5 for ad agency. But yeah, different people have different ideas. So we need to decide them by ourselves. There has another thing we need to notice is the competition. If the competition is low, it means that we have more opportunity to get more traffic based for these keywords. But if the competition is high, for example, if we can have a look like here, digital marketing agency near me, that means a lot of advertisement, they bid these keywords at the same time. That means we are in the high competition status. So we might like serious, like, do we need to input these keywords at this time in the first week, or do we need to try it later? So we need to observe all of these potential keywords to see whether we want to input them into our current campaigns. So that's keyword planning. So that's it. That should get you started with running your ads, and I really hope you found some value in this one. So I probably pass me to Anamari to see. Yeah.
Hi. Hi. Oh, that was so good. You took us through all of those steps, and it's going to be great to be able to go back and watch, I think, again, and apply some of these settings to our Google Ads, especially all of those language preferences and being able to have access to a new market that perhaps you haven't been using, or perhaps you are already accessing this market, but you want to do it more efficiently. And I think that that's what you've done so well here, Sophia, is that it really has been something for beginners to folks that have already been doing this for a little while as well, since you are such a digital marketing expert. So I just want to thank you, because I know the amount of work that went into this presentation, and being able to lay it out in a very logical way for our users so that everybody got value. And I really appreciate all the work that you've put in here.
Yeah,
Now, if
actually,
anybody has any questions, oh, sorry, Sophia, please go.
Oh no, I mean it's my pleasure because it's my first time to explain the whole process, like how to set up a campaign. So actually it's very complicated, but I try to make it simpler to understand. So hopefully our attendees will understand like how can we start their first campaign. Look forward to that.
Absolutely. I think you've done that. I think you've done that really well. And I think sometimes even if we're not familiar, we need to watch things twice. And that's why it's so great that this is recorded. You'll be able to go back and watch it. If for any reason you are tuning in on social media and you'd prefer to get the recording in a different way, all of our sessions are kept on the website and you can view them there. And if you are one of those cheeky folks that only tune in on social media, you miss out on so much using the Checkable app on the website and also the special offers that go through the website. So I'd highly recommend you registering to Digital Boost. So there's a question here, and it says, how do you know the Chinese translation will be correctly phrased?
I think there has some free tools for the translation. We can check. And actually, I think the Google Translator is good to go because I check it a few times. It's mostly it is accurate to target because we don't want a very long phrase. We just want like short phrase to target. So I think Google Translator is enough to do this kind of things.
Perfect. Look,
Yeah.
that's what we want to hear. We don't want to have to do a million cross checks. Yeah, I know as Sophia, but just because I told you, but I used to teach English. And so my students always used Google Translate because I taught the elementary students. And so they were, like, oh, teacher, I don't know what to say using Google Translate. It was pretty good. It is pretty good,
Yes.
especially only.
Yeah, especially for the short terms, actually, most of the time it's accurate to translate. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that, have a go with it, and you can always plug it in backwards. So if you use it, copy paste it back in and see, into your, sometimes I'll do that with my friends. They'll send me something in characters and I won't know what it is because I don't know a lot of characters. And so I'll plug it into just Google and it'll translate it for me and I'll see what it says. And relatively speaking, yeah, it's pretty good. And then I can follow on. So have a play around with it. I'm really excited for you guys to use this feature because I think we had ages ago, we had a lady on and she was saying something like there's 20%. I want to say she said, oh, maybe I'm getting my numbers confused. There's a huge, especially for you Auckland dwellers, like the market is huge. It's huge.
Yeah, I think it's 20,000. Sorry, it's 200,000.
Yeah, it's a
200,000. Yeah.
it's a huge market. I knew I had a 2 in my head, but I wasn't sure if it was what the if it was a percentage or a number. But I mean, think about all of those folks that could be looking for your stuff. And of course, across all of Aotearoa, especially if you're an online business, you're shipping out. So people could be accessing. There's so many. We're such a blended culture here. Yeah, people shopping online and, yeah, I just think it's a great thing. And we went with Google because we figured that's like the easiest one that everyone really had a good knowledge about and we should be on. Yeah.
Yes.
You can see, let's read the question out loud so that everybody knows what it is if they're on social media. So it says, is there a way to search which keywords are most relevant to use for the Chinese market and Chinese market in different countries? Great question.
Yeah, I think it's really depends on the industry. Like for example, like if you are a e-commerce, like you sell physical products, so the specific product name will be the target keywords. Or if you provide services, your service product line will be the specific keyword. So it's really depends, but I believe that most Chinese keywords are very short. For example, like the digital marketing agency, we have like three words in English. and we have 3 to 4 words in Chinese, so it's equally same words to target. So I think it's better to check, like we want to do modular sofa or dining table, we put it into Google Translator, then it will come to like 2 to 3 words here. Then that one should be the keyword target. Another way to double check is we put the Chinese keywords into Keyword Planner, because you can set the Chinese language, then there will have an estimation there. You can check that whether that Chinese keywords have such volumes there. If it is, then you get the right keywords, I believe, because lots of people searching that way in Chinese.
Yeah, and if you want to ask, I think it was Jeanette, if you want to ask if you're in a specific business and you're worried that your business doesn't translate, this is a perfect opportunity to ask, to ask if we can put it in the chat so that you can see what it looks like. I'm not sure. Yeah, does your keyboard translate in the chat here? So I'm not sure. You could write it in Pinyin, I guess. And then that would probably work as well. Do you have to use Chinese characters in Google, or can you use Pinyin as well?
You mean me?
Yeah. Like because I know that, like, so when like China, I can't write Chinese characters, but I understand some Pinyin, so if I use Pinyin, then I can, use it. So mangoes for Singapore.
I actually do not use Pinyin, actually. But sometimes it's Pinyin, like, but sometimes it's not related to the Pinyin.
Okay.
It depends.
That's a side note. Let's drop that. So are yours, Jeanette, are your mangoes from Singapore? Is that what you're saying? So mangoes for Singapore, or you're trying to sell mangoes in Singapore? Can you give us a bit more information about that, just so we can help answer? Mangoes from Australia to export to Singapore. Okay. So you want to sell your mangoes to Singapore and you want to write it in Chinese. Is the word, I don't remember the word for mango actually, but I would think it would translate. Yeah,
it's very similar to pronounce, actually.
Yeah.
If you like, we can use Pinyin actually as MANG but I believe that if you put the mango into the Google Translator,
like Australia is just Audalia, like Audaliaren, it's like Australia sounds exactly like it sounds kind of I don't think you're going to have an issue with that translating incorrectly. Mangoes from Australia, it's going to translate. It's not a weird thing, because mangoes is an English word, I guess.
Yes.
It doesn't have a different word, really. And Australia doesn't have a different word, really, either. It's spelled a bit, in Pinyin, it's spelled a bit different, but
it's better like to put one word translated, not try to combine all the word together. Like translate them together, then it probably have some grammar mistake. But if you put one by one, it will exactly the same as what the real Chinese language is.
Yeah, great idea. So you put keyword mangoes, put keyword Australia, keyword, so buy or whatever, whatever that is. Singapore.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that makes sense, because just like in English, so if you're here and you're an English speaker, just like in English, when you combine lots of words together in English, they're called collocations. And they mean something different sometimes when you put them all together. It's like in English when we say beat around the bush, you don't actually like beat things around a bush. It means that you're talking around the issue. So it's the same thing in Chinese. So keep it simple.
Yes, keep it simple.
So I think that answers that question. We answered that. Mangoes from Singapore. You're very welcome. And then there's another question here. Do keywords have to be language specific to match customers' search in either Chinese or English?
Yes, it is. I can explain it more. Because the language settings here means the language settings in their system. like in their computer system. If
Right.
they set Chinese language in their system, then no matter when they search on Google or they're on YouTube, all the languages will be translated to the Chinese automatically. So when they try to type in some keywords, it will automatically into the Chinese. So all our keywords and our headlines and our descriptions has to be the Chinese, because we want to increase the ads relevance between the keywords and our ads. But if the language setting is English, that means that their system setting is English. Like me, even if I am a Chinese, but my language setting is English. So if you want to target me, you have to set the language as English as well. So that's why I suggest to include Chinese and English settings at the same time.
I love that. I mean, this is too easy as well, I think, you know, it's not that hard. I hope that answers your question, John. I believe it has. Yeah, and so I'm just going to dart over to the other channels and make sure we're not missing any questions over there.
Yeah.
Let's see, because LinkedIn likes a refresh, so we'll do that. And we seem to be good there. Just checking YouTube. You YouTubers that are watching out there, if you need a question, just drop it into the chat there. We can see you. But it seems like we're okay as far as all that goes. Oh, well, no, I think we're good on that. Yeah, cool. Okay. I think that we're good, but I think that was really informative. Hey, look, you can always contact Webzilla if you don't want to do it yourself. They'll do it for you, you know, obviously for a fee. But this is what they specialize in. So they're digital marketers. They're amazing. Their team, I've met a number of members of their team now. Just really like confident and driven people who will get you results. So I was really excited to have you come on and share this with us. We're going to try and do something else too, aren't we, Sophia? So we're not sure yet. We might do something else. Yes. So we might even break it down into like a workshop kind of setting where we go in and do it together. So we just thought we'd give you a little taster and see how everybody perceived like this and whether or not we wanted more, and what we'd really like help with. We didn't cover Facebook today. We didn't cover Instagram. We were going to cover them, but to be honest, it would have been way too much. And we wanted to make sure that you guys all got you could walk away with something today, and then we can come back and do something like that later, because if there's too much, it just becomes too much.
Yes, too much information.
Yeah, you made a good choice on that, Sophia. So
thank you so much.
Yeah, have a wonderful day, everyone. I hope you all have a great day. And just as a reminder, because I like to make sure that we know what's happening, this kind of ties into Google. On Thursday, we're doing a workshop. So it's not on social media. We're doing a workshop with Zealed, and we're going to be actually writing a campaign. So you could use some of this knowledge that you've learned from Sophia to make your campaign even better. And we're going to be improving key website pages that you already have built. So tune into that workshop. You've got to register for it. And thanks again to Webzilla. Thanks, Bowen, for reaching out. Thanks, Sophia, for all the hard work you did. And we'll see you all next time.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
Bye.